Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J-Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you gonna spit it from the start.
And welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is ITC Sportsball, and I am your man Jerome Span, and of course, I'm that prettiest face on ITC. Don't you forget it, baby. And of course, we have got the regular crew in the building. We have got that hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylan spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. When he steps into your home, all the ladies be like, oh, here's that man.
Hey, you know it's your boy Mase, ready to go. Feeling charged.
He's just feeling charged because the Cowboys won, and they won in blowout fashion. But, you know, whatever. And, of course, we've got ITC's resident troll. He's that man who sees fire and says, I got this gasoline and gunpowder. What's happening? He is that man, Darrell.
You know what? The Cowboys did a good job for just making a 5-point star blue, so they're not representing any type of bloods. That's why you don't wear red. That's all is good. But anyway, I'm feeling charged and very good. Let's call it a day.
But of course, we are back.
Get this thing started, man.
Yeah, man. I look, dog. Sometimes I don't know what to say to this man, dog. He be saying stuff, and he'd be like, I don't know what to say. But, of course, we have to get into all the madness that happened last week in the wild card round. And, of course, we have to start with Mase's Cowboys coming out and making a statement and kicking Tom Brady and the Bucs in the teeth. Mase, how did that victory make you feel?
I expected it, man. I don't care what nobody says. The Bucs weren't a good team. I don't know why. Well, you know what? I do. I understand why everybody was picking the Bucs because we all expect the Cowboys to fall flat on their face. But the facts are Bucs weren't a good team, and this outcome was not a surprise to me whatsoever.
Darrell, how does it make you feel to know that the Cowboys beat up on your boy Tom Brady, dog? How you feeling about that? And how you feeling about your boy Brady looking super washed? Talking about my man don't even want to take a hit. He saw the hit coming and was like, throw it up.
Y'all are a bunch of haters, and you was beating up on a mentally damaged Brady, not an old Brady. That's all I'm gonna say.
He did that to himself. He played himself. His wife clearly gave that man an ultimatum, said, is the family of football. He was like, football.
It ain't our fault that Brady ain't got nobody to go home to make him feel better about this loss. He did this to himself.
Exactly. So don't try and blame any of us. Tom Brady did it to himself. He got the DJ Khaled award, okay? So good for you, Tom. Good for you. Yeah. But Darrell, how does it feel? Do you think Tom should hang it up after this point, or you feel like he should come back and try and give it another go? Because that's your boy.
He got money. He can make that choice if he wants to. He put his job first. That's what he did. Put his job first over the money. No, over the family. I got to provide.
He got to provide. His wife is a provider.
I was going to say, his wife has always made more money than him. What? He got to provide what? What he providing? Her spending money?
Yeah, Giselle is the reason for the Patriots dynasty, bro. My boy Tom could take pay cuts.
Straight up, bro. What you mean? Without Giselle, Tom probably would have been out there trying to get the bag all day. Mm-hmm. What you mean?
There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey,
it ain't Giselle's out there. You feel me? There might be some more fish out there, but it ain't no Giselle's.
Hey, what you trying to say, Darrell? The Tom gonna start hanging out in the Leonardo DiCaprio club? Is that what you saying? He about to become a member of that club?
Hey, they can't get over freaking 22. That's all he's saying.
Tom and Leo Adventures. Is that the new the Adventures of Tom and Leo?
That's gonna be the new crew, huh? Tom and Leo, huh? Out there, hey. Once you hit 22, I don't know if we're gonna be able to re-up that deal.
Yeah. Like, 22. You're a little seasoned. I'm like, you got to be a little bit more fresh than 22.
You get long in the tooth. We got to get rid of you. We can't have that.
Hey, what was that Borat when she turned 16?
Yo, you stop. Yo, when he got these people in that room doing that, like I don't even really I don't find Borat that funny. I'll be the first one to admit it. But when I watched that clip of him doing that to these, I'm like, what? Y'all is willing that? You saying this on camera? Woo.
Yo, that was wild.
Oh my goodness.
Man, he was more of a Bruno fan. He wasn't a Borat fan.
I don't even know who Bruno is.
That was like one of his other characters that he did for a movie.
Yeah, I look. The dude that actually plays Borat, I forget his name.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
There you go. I don't find him that funny. He's like another Will Ferrell to me, where it's like, I don't really find you that funny. Other people love you. I think you're like, meh.
He out here saying people are mid. You hear this? You hear this guy? He's like, mid.
What am I supposed to do? Lie? I'm just telling the truth, like how I feel. Like I'm not impressed by him. You know what I mean? Like it's some of the stuff is cool what he does, but overall, nothing for me. He doesn't make that comedy for me though. Like dudes like Sacha Baron Cohen, I realize they are like Beyonce's music. It's not made for me, dog. So I'm not gonna hate on the man and say he's like bad at what he does. I don't particularly like it too much. You know what I mean? It'd be disrespectful.
Now we done lost the Beehive. You see this, man?
No, look, hey, look, there's no disrespect.
We done lost the Beehive.
There's never any disrespect to her. But like her music is not made for me. I respect that.
And
women have a right to have
like
music
ITC
made for them.
For us.
Hey, now look, I'm just saying, women have a right to have music made for them too that we don't have to feel as men. There's no requirement for Beyonce to make some music that my 6'1" black man self's supposed to feel. Like I have no requirement of her. I still have a great amount of respect for what she does. Like the fact that she's able to put on that quality of a stage show. I don't care if I never like one of your songs. You have my respect just based off of that, right? But her music's not for me. Like she got a couple songs of hers that I like, but most of her music is not for me, dog.
He's talking about like real. Soldier, Single Ladies. That's the songs he likes.
You know what? Hold on. I can tell you right now. Hold on. I'll go on my Spotify
listen,
now.
I'm just let the Beehive know we rock with y'all. Please listen to us.
Hey, look, my 5 songs, I got what? 5 songs of hers, right? I got that 7-Eleven, right? Crazy in Love. I got Single Ladies, Ego, and Move
Then
Forever.
I said it, Mase. I said
it. What do you want from me? I'm just being real. Hey, I'm admitting it. You know what I mean? I ain't denying it.
You out here doing the Single Ladies dance? You out here doing
that? Nah, dog. Mase knows. That one is aligned with some good memories. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But I done got us all sidetracked though, talking about Sacha Baron Cohen and all this, and Beyonce and all this, right? But Mase, the other big game on the weekend that like I had a pretty surprising result. Jaguars with the epic comeback over the Chargers. With the Chargers again, Mase being the Chargers, like we always talk about, right? You know, hey, look, people, even if you want to say that what happened this year was a fluke, never ever forget they had the number 1 defense and the number 1 offense in a season and didn't make the playoffs. They are the Chargers. This is what they do. Okay. But Mase, the epic comeback by the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence turned it around after starting off the game piss poor. I mean, that it was the definition of piss down your leg. Got to give it to the guys in the Chargers like Asante Samuel, right? They were making plays that were available to them, but at the end of the day, that was really a Trevor Lawrence piss down your leg experience in that first half. Well, let's call it pretty much all the first half minus that last offensive drive that they had, right? So all that being said, how do you feel about what ended up happening in that game on both sides for both the Jaguars and the Chargers?
This is 100% on Justin Herbert. There's no way you can be the quarterback that the media plays you out to be, and you lose a lead when your defense gives you 5 turnovers, gives you 5 extra possessions, plus the punts and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't not win that game and be considered a top 10, top whatever quarterback. Like you just can't do it. As far as the Jaguars go, that's that right there. Just, man, it's taken Trevor Lawrence probably longer than a lot of people thought it would to get to this point. But the fact that he didn't give up and he kept on, he didn't lose any confidence per se. I mean, you throw 4 picks in the game. Yeah, your confidence is most likely shot, especially in the first half. Like all these were in the first half. Like your confidence is usually shot, but kept with it. Completely impressed by their like mid second quarter and second half performance. But like I said, man, I think this is more on the Chargers offense. Like I said, Justin Herbert can't be that guy and lose this game. He just can't be.
Darrell, how'd you feel about the Chargers blowing that lead and just pissing down their leg like that?
They didn't even have to watch the game to say they were going to do that. That was easy. That was easy. I said I never guessed so right in my life. I should have just put money on it. That's all I should have did. Like, come on now, stop. No
Darrell is a firm member of the Chargers will always be the Chargers club, which is wild, absolutely wild. Hey, like I heard something crazy this week, and you know what? There is some truth to it, but Brandon Staley, his aggressiveness, he's the dude that had to die for everybody else to be able to run. You know what I'm saying? He was the sacrificial lamb. Because if you look at what happens now, a lot more coaches are way more aggressive, right? Brandon Staley, he was the one that said, "Nah, dog, we coming out all gas, no brakes, all day, every time," right? But now you're looking where coaches were criticizing him. They're just smarter and not saying the analytics tell us that, right? Because we know as soon as the football community hears analytics, they're like, what are you talking about? That's not football. You know what I mean? They immediately think you don't know what you're talking about. So other guys like a Doug Peterson, he's always been better at phrasing it, right? When it goes wrong, instead of saying, well, the numbers told us to do that, he's like, nah, we thought it was the right decision at the time, and this is why, right? So much better handled. And it's amazing how you could actually see it play out, the difference in coaching, in my opinion, Mase, between Staley and Doug Peterson. On one sideline, you start off terribly, but your coach is managing to help everybody keep their composure, right? On the other sideline, you got guys ready to start celebrating
Bosa is over
the half.
Yeah. And then Bosa lost his mind, and they just had
you're seeing Bosa coming off the field hot. Instead of doing what you should do as a coach, which is go to him, chill out, chill. We still got control of this game. Chill. What happens is you let your best player throw his helmet. He gets 15 yards. That costs you guys. You also just keep pissing down your leg on offense as you're going, and your defense doesn't get any stops in the second half. So, look, man, I understand why some people are like, hey, they need to fire Brandon Staley. I personally would give him another year. And if you see this stuff just goes wrong by his mismanagement again, right? Because you can really say that there's 2 years in a row that their season has ended due to Brandon Staley's mismanagement of what was going on in the game. Against the Raiders, Could have just went for the tie. Instead, he was like, no, we going for the win, and lost and ended up sitting his butt at home with his team for the playoffs. Then on top, now this year, you see your team has blown a 27-0 lead. I can understand people calling for your head. But beyond that, we have to get in to all the other games this week. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we move on, Mase, I'm gonna say one name and I'm gonna leave it to you. Tyler Huntley.
That's what the Ravens get, man. That, you know what, man? That is what the Ravens get. You had all this. You know what? Okay, so you know where I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna slide over to old Mike Vick talking about Lamar Jackson needs to just put on a knee brace and get out there and help the team. What? Vic, you never had $200 million on the line. You never watch your contemporaries get paid top dollar while you over here bottom feeding.
I love Mike Vick, but he did do it with $200 million on the line. He did. He decided to dogfight like a dummy.
Okay. Well,
because if you think about it, between his NFL contract and what he was getting from Nike, he put $200 million on the line.
Real. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you in other people's pockets, bro? Okay, but
I don't know if you peeped it. I can tell you why. I don't know if you peeped it. Mike Vick has been very much football propaganda guy. He like, whenever they need some football propaganda, they pull Mike Vick out, and they're like, "Hey, you remember how you used to talk about Baghdad Brewski for the Patriots? Hey, look,
yeah,
Mike Vick is that for the NFL, baby. You need him to say something good about the league? Here you go." Because that man, look, I understand he is happy that he got a second chance and that he was given forgiveness and all this. But, brother, they only gave you forgiveness because they thought you could still play. It wasn't out of the goodness of their heart. So you ain't got to go out here and stand for him all the time. That's all I'm saying.
But back to Tyler Huntley, though, like, Ravens, y'all like, bruh, how do you mess this up? I don't get it, man. You watched Aaron Rodgers getting new money. You watched Kyler Murray get a new contract. You watched Uncle Creepy get a new contract. You watched Russell Wilson get a new contract. Who else got paid in that time?
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
so watched. in that time, they watched Kirk, Dak, Matthew Stafford, Derek Carr, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers all get new money.
Yeah, and you arguably have a talent at quarterback that can blow all those other dudes out the water. Because there's not a single one of them dudes that can do what Lamar Jackson can do with the ball in his hands outside of the pocket. Not a single one of them can hold a candle to what Lamar can do as a runner. And
this goes back to what me and Mase were talking about in the offseason. Y'all better stop playing and pay that man. And y'all messed up and let Deshaun Watson get the deal of deals. Look, me and Mase get where Baltimore is coming from on their side, which is just because Jim Haslett and the Browns is some dummies doesn't mean we got to be dummies. But it does, because you put yourself in that situation, because when the Chiefs was giving Patty his new money, when Stafford was getting new money, when all these other dudes, Russell Wilson,
when Pat got his money,
all these dudes getting new money, you was like, nah, bruh. We gonna wait another year, Lamar. Well, you effed up. You effed up now. Now you gotta pay him that Deshaun Watson deal. Because here's the trick bag you put yourselves into. You know Tyler Huntley's not good enough to lead your team. you're not picking in a position in the draft where you would be able to get a quarterback that you could feel is maybe could fill that role so you can franchise Lamar and trade him, right? So you stuck with Lamar if you want to win any type of games next year, right? You are stuck with him, and he is not going to play on the franchise tag. You are going to have to give him a new contract. And guess what? Now you in a serious trick bag because you let a terrible deal get put in place for Deshaun Watson before you paid your quarterback in the same division at that. How dumb can you be? So, hey, look, I just want to say this. Baltimore has gotten a lot of good graces about how they've handled things over the years, but let's just not forget, ladies and gentlemen, Ozzie ain't in charge no more. So this dude right here, he got to prove it. And if you don't re-sign Lamar Jackson to a long-term deal, you have just proved to me that you are nothing but a jackaloon, plain out and simple. It's that simple. But speaking of people being jackaloons, we got to talk about this man, Tony Dungy, dog. Okay. So the reports, a lot of stories that came out this week, and a lot of people have finally, caught wind of that. Hey, Tony Dungy is kind of a crazy religious conservative zealot, right? I'm only bringing him up because he was on the game. He was on one of the games, and God, that was an awful experience. He was giving no energy to his broadcast partner. Al Michaels was out there trying to get some energy, and at some point you could tell Al was just like, done with this, dog. I'm done with this. But to the point of Tony Dungy, Mase, this man was just out at one of those what do they call them? Fight for life rallies or whatever. And he was out here and brought up DeMar Hamlin's name and all of this. Mase, what the heck is going on with Tony Dungy, dog? What's going on with this man?
I don't know how Hamlin's name could even be mentioned in the same conversation as what they're out there for. I'm hoping that we get some sort of statement from Hamlin. I mean, you don't expect it to because the guy just went through a bunch of stuff. So, but I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping maybe Tony Dungy. Maybe he's been privately spoken with Hamlin, or Hamlin spoken with him, and he walks that back, because you can't mention those two things in the same sentence and act like they're even remotely related. It's
Look,
like
let me read the quote to everybody, because I'm sure y'all need context. What did this man say? Okay. He invoked DeMar Hamlin and then followed up the sentence by saying, "Every day in this country, innocent lives are at stake. The only difference is they don't belong to a famous athlete and they're not seen on national TV." Nigga, what? But you don't say nothing about the police killing people, Tony Dungy?
Oh, he can't do that. That goes against his principles, probably.
Hey, look, man. Tony Dungy, you've done a lot of good things for black people, right? But you approaching that 4-letter category, dog. You approaching it look. The thing that bothers me the most about him is that Darrell, you guys both know I'm not a super religious guy by any stretch, right? But I respect everybody's beliefs. Like one of our most loyal listeners, our guy Callias, right? I've never talked greasy to him about his religious beliefs. I respect it. I respect him for having his beliefs, right? I do not understand why some of these religious people can't respect other people's goddamn beliefs, though, dog. I don't get it. So now he out here talking this crazy mess.
It's just crazy to me, man. There's a lot of things in this country to fight for, and this is what a lot of times gets chosen. I'll just say it like this, man. It's a lot easier to stick up for somebody that doesn't care about the type of person you are. Simple as that.
I also just want to point out, he also put out a tweet this week that was talking about it was the cat litter in school thing again, Mase? You know, the thing that's already been debunked by the principal of the school where they said it was happening at, right? Yeah, he also put out a tweet about that, and he had to go back and go delete that tweet. But you know, the internet always remembers, dog. So
Internet is undefeated.
Never lost. Thank you.
Never lost.
But we got to keep the train moving here, and of course, this was personal for me, y'all. So I just want to say to all y'all dummies, jackaloons, and clowns that was out here talking down on my man Roquan, talking about the Bears shouldn't pay him. He ain't as good as Darrell than them. Blah, blah, blah. Who was the all-pro linebackers this year, Mase? Who was the all-pro? Who was it, Mase?
Well, first team was Warner and Roquan. Which
but no, he ain't as good as Warner and Leonard. You idiots. This is why I said Ryan Pace should have paid this man. This is why I say Ryan Poles should have paid him too. But y'all dummies wanted to, he doesn't make as many impactful plays. Sounds to me, y'all don't know football. That's what it sounds like to me. So now Roquan out here about to get the damn bag.
He did $20 million a year.
But the Ravens can figure out $20 million a year, but we can't. Come on now. He didn't all of a sudden hire an agent. This is why some of y'all dummies don't need to try and talk football with me, because you don't know what the heck you talking about. You don't know. Roquan got the bag, all pro. Should have been all pro first team last year. Got the bag. Out here making plays. And now we got to find another middle linebacker because y'all dummies want to believe in something like Sanborn. Y'all some dummies. Every last one of y'all tried to sell me on Sanborn. Nice and model. Honk, honk. That's what I got to say to that. But I said what I had to say on that. I ain't going to get us caught in the woods just sitting here complaining about dummies talking to me about the Bears. Sick of it. If you got thoughts on the Bears, tweet at me at JSpanTheMan. Just understand, I might give you the blues back, though. But speaking of giving the blues, each and every week, there's things that drive us all kind of crazy inside. And they get us going a little mad, would you say? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mase's Madness.
I've had to do this in a while.
It's the red light special.
First one of the year. It started with CRT, and finally somebody said the quiet part out loud. Captain Ron down there decided to just go full blown. He decided to go full blown out and ban AP Black History in schools. This is, like I said, that was the quiet part that nobody wanted to say until Captain Ron was like, you know what, I'll say it. That's where we are now. I don't know who didn't see this coming. Like, it wasn't just this didn't come out of left field by any means. It was just a matter of time type of deal. I'm blown away it took this long, if you want me to be perfectly honest, that somebody finally decided, you know what, we're just going to start banning Black history. That's basically, like I said, it's the quiet part. That's the part that nobody wanted to say until Captain Ron found the cojones to say it. Now it's just about how well if Hot Wheels is going to try to one up him. It's just a matter of time. It's like they're in a constant battle of who can do the dumbest stuff. So Hot Wheels, hey, you got center stage now, bro. What you gonna do? Because Captain Ron made it obvious black people ain't welcome. So, hey.
It's quite astounding how the quiet part has been said out loud entirely now. Like, there's no hiding it. There's no, like, that last little bit of like, no, it's not racist, right? It's gone now. Ryan, because you know what Ryan realizes? In order to get those Trump voters, because he's going to be running for president in 2024, like, mark my words, people, I guarantee it. Look, if you can find somewhere to place a futures bet on that, do it right now. I can guarantee he's running for president, right? He has to be crazy. He has to say the quiet part out loud, because what does Trump do? Say the quiet part out loud all the time. His voters do not want you to be quiet. They want you to be loud and proud, racist as hell.
And that's where we at right now. We're banning Black history classes in high schools. I mean, that's where we are. That's where we are as a country.
You can't sell the propaganda, Mase, that white people did everything in this country if you're teaching them that, wait a minute, black people had their hand in all of this too. You can't do that. You can't sell the myth of white superiority unless you get rid of the important things that other things, the important things that everybody else did. You know, you have to make it seem like white people did it. And what's wild to me is DeSantis, my boy, let me tell you something. You may be playing the game for him now, but you better pray to God that you win that 2024 election, which I don't think you will, right? Because as soon as you lose, they're going to deem you a loser. And they do not keep their losers around. They say, get out, on to the next one. So, yeah, racism out loud. Awesome.
Yeah, that, like I said, that's where we are as a country, man. We are now banning history because it teaches us the truth. I remember, I don't know about you, but when I was in school, we had to read Fahrenheit 450. Was it 451?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same thing, just start banning things that teach us the truth. We had a whole court, had a whole test over this exact thing, and now we're watching it play out in real time. Like, imagine we're watching it play out in real time. We're watching our air quotes leaders making changes that benefit them in real time. This is not a joke, people. Captain Ron is, like I say, he didn't let the cat out the bag per se. Like, what's next? Like I said, I'm at this point, I'm on the edge of my seat of what Hot Wheels gonna do, because I know he gonna one up him. That's what they do. They're in a perpetual competition of who can do the most foolish stuff. And right now, Florida's in the lead, but Hot Wheels ain't gonna let that last for long. He gonna do something.
I just have one request of the American people at this point. Can we not vote for like open racist? Like, can we not do it? That's it. I have much.
Impossible.
You're probably right, Darrell. But as we said, each and every week you take a deep dive into the mind of a madman, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mase's Madness. But while we're talking about stuff that is pure shenanigans at its finest, excuse me, fellas, let's talk about that cop that decided she was going to get her back blowed out by the whole squad, dog.
Oh,
Darrell, man, how you
time?
time, Darrell, how you feel about this one, dog? Here you go, Darrell. Tell us how you feel.
Hey, this is gonna be a troll right here. How I feel left out. Where's my
And why you could get pulled over by her, dog?
Did you clock out yet? or you want to have like a little thrill on the clock? Which one you want? That's how that shit. That's how it is at this point. I'll tell you this. The fact of the matter is, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. More than 6 bodies got involved in this scandal.
She was on her Miami Heat rash. Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Hey,
And
she was on that banana boat.
This is what's concerning. Let's break it down. The whole fact of the matter is, yes, you got caught sleeping with your coworkers off the clock with your body cam. You didn't even shut the darn body cam off. On top of that, we gotta look at the husband. We gotta look at the husband of this.
Hey, my man is in
police
shambles,
officer.
bro.
This man not in shambles. This man is fine. This man had an open marriage with this police officer, and he forgives her. We should go ahead and give that man a high five for staying with that police officer.
Ain't no way.
A high five? What?
Wait. Give
That
this
man's
man
a
a high.
cuckold. I don't support that.
I get it, man. You want to be in an open marriage, cool, whatever. But at the same
No, she
time,
wanted to be in an open marriage. She wanted.
hey,
to.
y'all see that picture? My man ain't slept in days. Y'all saw that picture? My boy ain't slept in days. My man is fighting demons right now, bro, and they all on the police force. My man is in shambles.
That man had like the default trees and wolf tattoo on his wrist.
That man
When
is right now, dog.
he had that face. He's like, I'm happy. And she's over here memes every single day. You know what? My coworker just gave me another meme of this nonsense. Just with her face on it.
Listen, bro. I'll just put it to you like this. Every time she leave the room, this man is punching the air, bro. He is in shambles. He's fighting demons.
You know what? The other cops are happy they're not memes.
Look.
She's the only one.
Let me just read to you about this, people. I want everybody to understand this is straight from a news report. Okay. According to accounts, a married female officer at a small Tennessee police station is accused of engaging in wild sexual activity with 6 male officers, including having extramarital affairs on duty. In a series of alleged wild sexcapades, Officer Megan Hall and her fellow law enforcement personnel are accused of sending explicit photos, removing her top at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party, and even engaging in oral sex with 2 officers at the La Virginia, I think that's how you say that, Tennessee police station. Says according to the December 28th internal investigation, right? Hall was also charged with engaging in oral sex with Powell and Shields while working at the police station and police gym. The extramarital encounters allegedly occurred at hotels, parties at other officers' homes, and on a boat.
What's her last name?
Hall.
This
man about to look her up, about to find the Reddit, bro. He's about to slide in a quick Reddit search.
I hope she shut down every social media.
Here we go. Here's the part I really want to get to. According to the report, Magalicio is the dude that's talking right now. He admitted to investigators that Hall had informed him about Powell's huge black dick and that she engaged in sexual activity with him while they were both working. Bruh.
Once a BBC, always a BBC.
I'm so hey, bro.
Hey, all I gotta say is this. Can you look at her the same if she's with you?
Hell no, bro.
Like I said, bro, my man is fighting demons, bro. Like somebody need to check on him right now. I hope he has a strong support system because my man is in shambles.
Hey, All I can say is, hope he wasn't a racist.
I'm telling you, right, he's fighting demons. He can't even close his eyes because anytime he sees something dark, he just lose it. That's why he ain't sleeping, bro.
Imagine his boys just sending him a meme of the girl's face every single time.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what, bro? I don't even know. I couldn't even do my partners like that, dog. Like I can get on you about a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't even do my partners like that, bro. Like that's just.
I'm gonna just say it all. All them cops that was involved in this, y'all bold as hell for risking it all for a chick that looked like Morty. Risking it all for a Morty?
Not even a Rick? You had to get a Morty?
Doggone shame. Y'all boys is risking it all for a Morty.
They risked it all for IHOP. They risked it all for IHOP.
Cold-blooded, man.
They couldn't even go to Waffle House. They went to IHOP.
Look, man. Look, mistakes were made. That's what I'm gonna say. Mistakes were made.
Was the mistake made? Because hey, three go off with a suspension. They like, I didn't get fired. You should see them officer photos. They have the strong.
They all gonna get fired. They all getting fired. Hold on. They just can't fire them all at once because then they're gonna be down like 8 police officers, bro. They all gonna get fired.
What was that? 60% of that police force?
No, probably. Like I say though, wild, bro. Wild. But talking about wild stories though this week, hey Mase, you right. It is cold-blooded. He fighting for his life. But while we talk about wild stories, this week Albuquerque police arrested a failed GOP state house candidate, Solomon Pena, for hiring people and participating in shooting at Democratic officials' homes and offices over the whole month of December. Fam, what is going on?
Listen, bro, Arizona is trying their hardest to catch up to Texas and Florida and the crazy stuff that they be doing, bro. Arizona, they're like, listen, bro.
Arizona. Mase.
Didn't you say Arizona?
I said Albuquerque.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro.
Listen, bro.
Like, what? Arizona.
Listen,
hey, that bang sped you up a little bit. You need
to slow down. See, I didn't have a bang this time. I had a rain. That's what got me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see, if it was the bang get me in my right mind, I'm they were buy 2 get 1 free at Kroger, so I had to do what I had to do.
The cheap nigga and you just came out, bro.
Hey, bro, I had to do what I had to do. Right. It's hard out here in these streets. Have y'all bought eggs?
From the Albuquerque.
You're on that Cardi B thing right now? $7 for lettuce? That's what you doing right now? I hope you're not. First off, listen, sorry we off topic, but first off, who's spending $7 on a head of lettuce? I want to know where right now. If someone can find that for me, let that be known. I will believe you. I don't believe that one bit. What is this head of lettuce? Made of gold? Head of lettuce. First off, what are we using that lettuce for? That shit's water. I'm sorry. I had to. He said that nonsense for eggs. Had ass. I'm done.
Okay, but anyways, back on topic. New Mexico.
Look, the Albuquerque Journal reported saying the Albuquerque Police Department has arrested Solomon Pena, an unsuccessful Republican candidate for House District Seat 14 in the South Valley, in connection with shootings at local Democratic politicians' homes, the police chief announced on Monday. Pena, an unsuccessful legislative candidate in 2022, is accused of conspiring with and paying 4 other men to shoot at homes of 2 county commissioners and 2 state legislators. Dog. What? What? We're at the conspiring murder part of this all now? Yo, it's wild out in the streets right now, bro.
Hey, if this is any indication of how 2023 is gonna go, y'all boys better strap in, dog, because it's
look, hey, everybody, enjoy this year up until like towards the end of the year, because we're not gonna have to deal with a whole bunch of political ads. But I guarantee you, by the end of the year, by next football season, right, you're gonna start seeing them, and just be prepared. It's gonna be a long year, and it's gonna get nasty and ugly. Yeah, look, man. I know not everybody that listen to our show pays attention to this stuff, but I'm just warning y'all, because I got love for all y'all that show us love here. It's about to be a wild presidential election. Because for those that don't know, Biden might not rerun, dog. He might not. So this is about to get wild out here. And if he does rerun, it's going to get super, super wild too. So regardless, strap in. Oh, man. Mase, you got that look on your face like, yeah, he right.
Like I said, if January is any indication of how the rest of the year is going to go, hey, my boy, be ready. Put on your big boy pants, because it's about to get wild. Yeah.
Well, we will see where this all keeps going. As we see some more crazy stories like this, people, we will make sure that we let you know. But we got to move forward here, because we got a couple of other stories to get through, and then we're going to give you our picks for this week's games here. But we're going to start here with Francis Ngannou on his interview, telling with Ariel Helwani, saying that he asked UFC for fighters to get in-cage sponsorships, health insurance, and a dedicated advocate for athletes as part of the contract negotiations that he has been ongoing with the UFC. Darrell, I know you've had a lot of really passionate opinions about this whole situation and a lot of these fighters negotiating and things they are asking for. So how do you feel about, what Ngannou reportedly was asking for?
I feel all that sounds good and dandy, but he was asking for boxing too. He wasn't going to get that. So they said, no, we're not going to continue with this negotiation process. Me, hey, Francis fumbled the bag. He can't be calling all this nonsense and being the champ and being injured and haven't really established yourself as a mainstream MMA fighter, I will say. Not on the same level as, how would I say it? Not as the same level as Conor.
Bro, the Conor had the whole UFC hype machine behind him. How many times do we have to go over this point, Darrell? UFC's job is to promote their fighters.
Wait. He did have the UFC hype train with him until he ran into Stipe the first time. Don't you remember? That hype train was real. He had the hype train and fumbled the bag.
Let me ask you a question. Did the hype train stop for Conor when he got whooped by Floyd? No. So why would it stop for Ngannou?
It wasn't MMA. It was boxing.
It don't matter. The hype train was still there.
He was a double champ.
The hype train was he was the baddest. No, he was not double champ. He was a paper champ. Stop. He is not a real champion.
He was double champ for the USA.
Until you defend your championship, you are a paper champion. Okay?
We all know that. We all know that.
So his championships are irrelevant. They're irrelevant because he's a paper champ.
You asked me how I feel. I'm giving you how I feel. I'm not giving you facts. I'm giving you how I feel.
Well,
Can we go on my BS? Feel? Please, we're not going on facts. We're going on feel.
Your feelings is BS, okay?
Okay, I understand that. But at the same time, how I feel, this man right here fumbled the bag. He doesn't have a manager at this current point right now. He hasn't been talking to no boxing promotions, no Eddie Hearn, No, none of that. It'd be shocking if he actually does talk to him. The only boxing fights he wants are Fury and Anthony Joshua. There's no tune-up fights, no beginning fights for anything.
Why would you do a tune-up fight if you're him?
The man has no stamina.
He too old for a tune-up fight.
But hold on, on top of that, why would you do a tune-up fight when there's the risk of you losing that and then you don't get the other fight? Why do a tune-up fight? What's the purpose of that?
What's the point? He just wants to just have like a money fight and then call it a day. I'm done with boxing. Let me go back to MMA.
Excuse me. It isn't that UFC opened the door once they said Conor can do it, and now you're like, well, no, we shouldn't let anybody else do that. Nobody else should get their money. They should say fight for these peanuts that the UFC wants to give them.
Then we should have had freaking Usman face Canelo. We should have had Anderson Silva face who was he supposed to face before?
Whoever. Yes, I agree with you. Yes. Dana White was cutting off his nose despite his face consistently with these.
And then he slipped up and let Conor do it, and now.
Hey, and I just want to point out to you, Darrell, it's kind of funny how all the dudes not allowed to do super fights all seem to have melanin in their skin, but the one dude with no melanin, super Irish, he gets to do the super fight. It's kind of funny how that works.
It is what it is. You're under Dana White's freaking company.
So was Conor McGregor. I'm just saying. Let's see. John Jones, black guy, denied super fight, right? Usman, black guy, denied super fight. It's not to say denied super fight. Anderson Silva, he's a black Brazilian, denied super fight. Conor McGregor, yeah.
Stop. Listen, this is the stop saying the quiet part out loud. Hey, man, this is what we established. This there is a quiet part for a reason.
I'm just saying, dog. if we were doing it by percentages, 80% then got denied, and that one dude who stands out from the 80% there, he got accepted. Okay.
Hey, that whole idea of UFC Africa was already wiped as soon as all three champions freaking got their freaking face freaking either blasted or freaking
what they got to do with Dana White not trying to have super fights for anybody that has melanin in their skin, though. That's my question.
Is what it is. Everybody's racist.
Oh, not everybody, but Dana White sure is.
Yeah, but at the same time,
listen, but that's his punishment. So now we can label Dana White as a racist and a woman beater. That's his punishment.
I guess that's his punishment. Yeah, because he said he's not gonna fire himself. So
yeah, that's his punishment.
No, hey,
but
whatever.
Well, I also want to bring up another point too. Ariel was so passionate. He was so dominant on the whole domestic violence and how Dana White should be accountable for his actions, and he'll never have like people that do domestic violence on his show. Shouldn't have John Jones there either. Just saying. Just saying. But he asked for John Jones to be on the show. Just saying. Gotta keep the line. We're not all racist here. We just calling the facts as a fact. John Jones did some hitting up on his lady too. I'm just saying. That's not a false statement. So you gotta keep that same energy for all people. Am I wrong, Mase, or are we gonna go on the only hate Dana White for doing it?
But wait. What was John Jones a hit for? Besides his stuff wasn't domestic violence, though.
What do you mean?
His stuff
wasn't domestic violence.
His domestic violence was like the lady that claimed that he hit her in that hotel when he got arrested, and that charge was dropped. So I don't understand, like, what, and the lady, and
did Dana White get charged? Did Dana White get charged?
Bruh, that's Come on, bro. Just because you get charged. So wait. The only way it should count for you
And
is
why
if
you
you
saying
get charged.
ladies? It was his wife in his car, and his kids were in front of him. What are you talking about?
Hey, he got a plea deal that was a no contest. So that means he ain't saying he guilty. That's a no contest, brother.
Did Dana White get charged? That's all I'm going to ask you. He wants.
Hey, isn't Dana White friends with all the police?
Dana White friends with everybody on ESPN?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's friends with the people to where it matters that they keep that they got Stephen A. Smith up here. Oh, that's my friend.
Yeah, didn't somebody come out and be like, "Oh yeah, ESPN has a."
Yes, there was a report. They said they put a silencio on that and said we're not going to talk about that. So we're gonna keep it on the hush. Don't say a thing. Ain't gonna be no talking while he slaps his thing. Yep.
So that's where we are.
That's where we're at. So we got totally sidetracked. We were supposed to talk about Ngannou, and I got this man pissed me off talking about Dana White. He knew what he was doing. He knew what time it was.
So the last little bit on Francis, bro. I mean, it just makes sense. Like let bro put a logo on the gloves or something. You know what I'm saying? Get them. Let make a little extra cash with a sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean go back to what it used to be? Yeah, they should have never cut their fighters at the knees when they decided to sign that apparel deal with Reebok. They should have never done that to their fighters.
Like, it gives them every opportunity to make more money if you ain't going to pay them properly. Like,
well, no, because then he won't be able to maintain all the control, and that's really what he wants, is to keep control on everybody.
Yeah, because whenever Dana lose control, he starts slapping folks.
Oh, goodness gracious, it's so true. It's so true.
Come on, Mase. Let's go in that slap league. Let's go in that slap league. Get slapped in the face.
Bruh, stop it.
If you notice, Dana's wife wasn't there with him.
This man got memes, yo.
Hey, she wasn't sitting there with him. All I'm saying.
Hey, look, like as you said so aptly on our last show, Mase, Dana White is from the Sean Connery school of how to treat your woman. Okay, so
hey, nothing wrong with Sean Connery saying.
I'm gonna give my boy Sean said I'm gonna give you one shot to shut the hell up. You got one chance. You got one chance to drop it, and if you don't, I'm dropping you.
That was a real man.
Look, and please understand, we're not laughing at the fact of a dude hitting a woman, but it's just so wild that he really said this. Like, this is on wax. This is recorded. This is he said it in an interview. It was written down. He said this straight to Barbara Walters' face.
It's okay to slap. If she doesn't drop it, it's okay to go upside her head.
Barbara Walters is looking at him like, what?
It's not funny, but it's hilarious because he says this with a straight face. I promise you, if y'all are listening, right? If you're listening or watching us, please go look this up. He says this with a straight. I'm talking about 100%. Stone cold straight face. My man's like, this is what it is. You got one chance to shut the hell up, and if not, I'm going upside your head.
Yep.
He let her know before she passed.
Bruh, Dana White is from that school. But we got to get moving because we have to make sure that we get in our picks for this week's game and don't run too long because I know I got some stuff to do today. Yeah, people, I got to do. All right. Don't complain to me. So we have to start with Jaguars at Chiefs. Mase, who you got?
I got the Chiefs here.
Stop. We're not going to go with this long thing about the Chiefs. You got him going to say, I always bet on black, and you saying this nonsense. You know what? We're going to make this easy. We're going to make this very easy. These Chiefs are going to get knocked out. Jaguars. I'm calling it right now. Right now. I ain't dealing with the both of you with this nonsense. Not starting it off. I'm not starting it off this way. I'm not. I'm definitely not. You can have your Chiefs all you want. You can go on the statistic and him throw him in the trash. We ain't doing this today.
He ain't betting on black at all. He's like, just get out of here.
Go ahead, Mase. Say what you were gonna say before.
I ain't gonna say nothing, bro. You know what? You got it, dog. Chiefs. That's it.
Look, man, I'm gonna just simply say it, just so you understand. Okay. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. Remember that your boy has been on this now for 2 years, fellas. I've been telling y'all. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. And when you know you got the GOAT.
Did he win the Super Bowl last year?
Always bet on black, baby. And I'm taking Patrick Mahomes because he's the GOAT and he's about to ball out today. Okay,
so was it
ain't
the Super Bowl last year?
Patrick Mahomes should have 2 Super Bowls right now. It's not his fault. He threw the ball flying sideways like he was an anime character and threw it and hit a dude in the face mask. It ain't his fault. Them dudes should have caught the damn ball. So as I said, we gonna always bet on black. Patrick Mahomes going back to the bowl. Chiefs all day, baby. Let's go. That's the GOAT.
Was he there last year?
He the GOAT.
Was he there last year?
He the GOAT.
Next game.
The GOAT. And that is the early game today. But the night game tonight is a big one. And I already know who both of y'all haters about to pick here. So we've got Giants at Eagles. Mase, who you got?
I got the Eagles. I don't think it'll be an easy game whatsoever. I think the X factor here in this game is the matchup between Jason Kelce and Dexter Lawrence. I think that's going to prove to be the winner of that matchup is going to win the game.
Huh?
You heard me. I said
winner of that. What a great take. The winner of that matchup is going to win the game. I like it. Simplified it. You said it's coming down to 2 players. I like that. I like it. Darrell, who you got? Go ahead. Here it comes.
I have no faith in this game. I have no faith in either team.
Soliloquy when we know he's.
I don't like neither one of these teams. I don't like the Giants. I don't like the Eagles. But for my sake, I gotta pick the Giants. Because you know,
see, all of them words just do what we already knew you were gonna do.
All you fake Eagles fans, I don't care if you're not. I don't get how. You know what? Well, Mase, in Idaho, you see any Eagles fans?
Come on, dog.
Okay. I'm only throwing shots because I don't believe anybody from the West are Eagle fans. I think they are these bandwagon. Oh, they got a Super Bowl ring fans. That's what they are. But at this point, I'm talking all the trash I want. Eagles are trash without their quarterback. That is proven.
Yeah, he's going to play today. But, sir, how you going to call anybody else out about being a bandwagon when you from Jersey and support Boston teams?
I admitted it.
Pot calling kettle black?
I admitted it.
I'm just saying, pot calling kettle black.
I live my truth. I said I'm riding for the team that was riding jet flying. I was with the Brady Patriots bandwagon. I didn't care if they cheated to win. I didn't care if they did anything. I was with them to the end. Let's get this straight. I am a ride or die for Brady. But half of y'all ain't riding and dying for Eagles. Y'all wouldn't even put that on your casket. Cut it out. Stop it.
Clown stuff. Look, I think this is actually going to be a really close game. Dayball has seemed to figure it out with Daniel Jones, man, which is amazing, which, like, a credit to him as a coach. Like, you want to talk about office and genius, you've been able to figure it out with Josh Allen, who didn't look all that accurate in his first year, and then you're also been able to figure out with Daniel Jones. And if you look at how Josh Allen hasn't been as good without Dayball this year, it really says volumes about how good of a coach he is. I think this will be a close game. Mase, I think you were actually very much so accurate with what you were saying. It's going to come down to the battle in the trenches there, because Dexter Lawrence has been playing out of his mind, and we've seen Thibodeau is ready to play. Right, that guy is coming off the edge.
Yeah, another thing that we need to look at here is Lane Johnson's health, man. I mean, let's not forget in week 17, this man tore his abs, and he decided to not have surgery to be ready for this game. So
yeah, he's gonna take that needle.
Listen, if I'm not saying go out and hurt the man, but all I'm saying is I'm gonna give him a few inside rips if I'm coming off the edge. He out there. I'm giving him a couple inside.
We're gonna see how that feels after a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
We starting the game off right away. I'm inside, right to that body every time. So yeah, for me, I am going to take the Eagles here. I'm not a hater like Darrell, so
it's not a hate.
Yeah, it is. But moving on here, we have got the early game tomorrow is Bengals at Bills. Mase, Bengals fans should be feeling kind of nervous about how that game ended up going last week. Do you feel like they can overcome and play better this week?
I don't think so. I don't really think it matters that they're missing offensive linemen, because their offensive line has been trash, and Joe Burrow somehow has overcame that. I don't know how. Listen, bro, Joe Burrow is the only quarterback right now that can play well with people all over him all game, because my man is out there fighting for his life every time he drops back.
Don't disrespect the GOAT now.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying, dog. Joe,
this man was hitting people flying sideways, Mase, and they hit him in the face mask under pressure. The GOAT can do it too, but I get your point though. Joe Burrow was out here balling.
But no, like I said, man, I picked the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. I got to stick with him. I could see this being like a 31-35 game. I don't think there will be many defensive stops on either side going. So prepare for a show.
Darrell, who you got?
Bills.
Yeah, Max, who do you got? You didn't pick nobody.
I said Bills. Yeah, I said Bills.
Oh, Bills? Okay.
Yeah.
Darrell's going Bills. I'm actually going to go Bengals. I think the Bills are about to get exposed as frauds. Without Vaughn, that defense is not great. They're not. The defense is aight.
That sounds like a hater comment.
And I don't think that Cincinnati will play that bad 2 weeks in a row. I just don't see it happening. Joe Burrow's playing out of his mind. He's playing out of his mind. So, yeah, I'm taking Bengals.
For the Chiefs' sake, it better be the Bills, because Bengals seem to have their number. Just
put your money on it. Put your wallet on it.
Quiet you. But moving on to the last game of the week here, and the game that is most important for my man Mase. Taking it back to the 80s and 90s with this one. Cowboys at Niners. Mase, who you got?
Listen, I need this one. For
No, you
everything in my soul, I need this fucking game. I don't care. Take my money. I need it. I need this game. Listen,
Wait,
dog.
you putting your wallet on it?
I
No,
need
he got fined. It's just like your $5 that put
game.
you over the top earlier. Don't think I didn't hear you. You got your $5, Darrell.
I need
It's
this game. Straight up. Ain't no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't care about no I don't care about no numbers. None of that. I need this game. We in it. Any other if this was any other team going up against San Francisco, it would be a push. But because it's Dallas, somehow nobody's picking them to win. I need this game.
You know what? Mase does need this. He needs it. But the Cowboys need something. They can't be having these Eagles going wild. They need this. They fighting hard. They fighting hard. No one's hating the Cowboys anymore.
What
Darrell, you
do you
picking
mean
the
nobody's
Cowboys?
hating?
Yeah, Darrell, are you picking the Cowboys then?
I see the Cowboys and Eagles. That's all I said.
And I know Mase is picking the Cowboys. That's not even a question here. 49ers on paper are the better team, right? They are 100% the better team on paper. But the game is played on the field, and in this set of circumstances, I think the difference in this comes down to Dak Prescott over Purdy. I think Dak plays better than Purdy. I think this is finally when we have our come back to earth moment for Purdy, right? When he gets a couple turnovers, has to try and fight from behind. Because look, hey, Trent Williams may be a dog, but I feel like they can get it on that other side. And Parsons is going to be coming. So I think it's still going to be a close game, but I'm taking the Cowboys by like 3. I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
By no means is this game going to be a blowout on any. Like I said,
I could flip flop by tomorrow. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, like I said, but I mean, it's crazy because if Dallas was any other team besides Dallas right now, this would be like an even. Like the line would be even, given what the teams have accomplished this year. But because
it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. The Niners have won like 11 games in a row. It would not be even. What are you talking about? Home team is usually going to get 3 points anyway, right? No way it's going to be even. The Niners have won 11 in a row at this point, Mase. No, you're crazy. You're talking crazy. This is you trying to rationalize it in your mind. I'm not going to let you do that. That's nonsense.
Nah, bro. Everybody out here picking the 49ers and all this nonsense. I mean, go ahead.
Mase, if they weren't going up against the Cowboys, if the Giants were playing the Niners right now, you would be picking them. You would be picking the Niners. Why? Because the Niners had won 11 games in a row.
They're just
so don't act like people just hate. Don't act like people just hate on your team. That's
they
not
are. Everybody hating on my team.
Against your damn team and keep talking. You're gonna make me pick against these boys.
Do what you gotta do, man. Everybody hating on my team right now.
Do you see this right now, Darrell? This is why I don't like Cowboy fans. This is exactly why.
Everybody hating on my team.
Every year, it's the same narrative from y'all. Everybody hating on my team. Nobody hating on your team. Nobody's hating.
You're hating on them right now.
Nobody is hating because they are picking a team that's won 11 in a row over your team on the road.
And
nobody's hating.
You can win 11.
You didn't got all confident because y'all blew out them sorry Bucks.
Nah, bro. Like I told you, bro, that was expected. Anybody that picked the Bucks over the Cowboys,
that's why I hate them.
100% hate them. There is no part of you in your soul that truly believed that Tampa Bay was going to beat Dallas unless you're just a complete hater. Simple as that. There's no other way that you thought that Tampa Bay had a shot in that game.
Then who's hating on you?
Everybody. They just hate. Yeah, they hate to see it.
This is why, see, Cowboy fans, this is why we hate you. Because stuff like this. This is why we don't like Cowboy fans, because y'all are delusional. Delusional. Yes, you're being delusional. Everybody hating on us. No, everybody been patting y'all on the back all week about how good y'all was and how y'all beat down the Bucks, man. Everybody hating on us.
They are hating.
Delusional, bro.
Don't want to see us. Don't want to see us win, bro.
Shut up, man. Mase, tell the people where to find us.
Yeah, Twitter, funky_stuff09, twitch.tv/swaggy mace. You know, I'm pretty good at games. Check me out.
Mr. Low Elo Janitor, tell the people where to find you.
Twitch and YouTube, Low Elo Janitor. Same old, same old.
At JSpan the Man everywhere. You already know you either see my face or the ITC logo. You already know what it is. But yes, people, that was another resounding episode of your favorite weekly sports show. And that is ITC Sportsball.
Haters gonna hate.
You either win with us or you watch us win.
Delusional.